you doing, Nep? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? How are you doing?
Good, good. How's the mouth? Because I was told you got your, I
My
guess,
tonsils out. They are
tonsils.
gone. They're gone. I'm feeling so much better. Thank you so much for being so understanding.
Yeah, no,
That
you're
was so random. They were like, "Can you talk?" And I was like, "No."
no. How bad was it? How bad was the
Honestly, I
alteration?
I didn't think it was that bad, but
Hmm.
it did take me like 2 weeks to be able to talk again, was the
Oh,
issue. Because it just like your throat scabs. So it just feels like something's in there. So it's like you can't really like say anything.
er,
Yeah, like
okay. So you couldn't sing, you couldn't talk, you couldn't do anything, basically?
yeah, I'm just at my parents' house right now, chilling,
Mhm.
and I was just laying in bed watching TV for like 2 weeks. It was awesome.
Nice. That's good. Little break for you, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So for people that don't know who might be tuning in, what kind of music do you make now?
Um, it's a good question and I'm gonna give a complex answer. I originally like was making kind of folky acoustic pop, I would say, on my
Yeah.
last my EP. And while I do love that kind of stuff, on this newer record, my debut album, I I'm an emo kid like at heart and I
Oh.
kind of just have always wanted to make like some kind of just alternative rock. Like in my heart of hearts, I want to make screamo, but like I can't do that. I don't know how to sing like that. So I really wanted to push myself and see like, hey, how close to my favorite bands can I get? Like how inspired by them can I be? Like while I do love the Beatles and stuff, I already made a record like that. So let me try to make a record that makes me feel like when I was 13 and like listening to MCR to fall asleep. Like I wonder if I can kind of re-engage that feeling in myself. And
Hmm.
yeah, so I would say now like alternative rock. I'm definitely not in like
Alternative
the
rock?
full
Okay.
emo yet, but like a little alternative rock pop.
Really? Because I was listening to you, I'm like, oh, this is like singer-songwriter kind of stuff, like alternative
Hmm.
based, but I guess you're going alternative rock then.
I'm trying. I'm trying. There's some heavier stuff on the album. Yeah. I
Okay.
it's a light version of rock.
Okay. I'm excited to hear it and everything. So, alternative rock and everything. What made you wanted to get into this kind of music then?
Yeah, definitely just the kind of music. It's the kind of music that I love. Like I
Yeah.
think MCR, 21 Pilots, Pierce the Veil, they've been on my what's that Spotify Wrapped like every
Oh
year
yeah.
since I was like 13. So it really is it was kind of interesting to like be making this Paul McCartney kind of music and then I would post like Nep's playlist and it was like Pierce the Veil and like all those crazy like screamo things and I was just like, "Oh, maybe it would be fun to try to make music like something that I would listen to and
Hmm.
also just kind of test my voice a little bit and test
Hmm.
like how well I can collaborate with someone because I made this record with my best friend and the whole other record I was really like I'm gonna do this the way I want to do it and I'm gonna do it like exactly how I see it and it's just been a really great like next step for me I feel as a musician where it's kind of like okay where do I go from my last EP like oh I went
Hmm.
to this thing that I'm actually like really proud of so it kind of worked out for me.
That's good. That's good. How is it like working with your friend?
Oh, it's amazing. His name is Jake. We met at college. Orientation day. We were the same major. And we've been best friends ever since. We have taken so many classes together. I've failed some classes. He's helped me through a lot. And yeah, we live. So I'm in Florida right now, but I actually live with him in LA and our friend Emma. So we're really just constantly talking about like the next thing and like I don't know, it's just nice to have someone who cares so much about the same things I do
Yeah.
and someone who like brings their own ideas to the table and like cares about my music like because it's his music too. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
this album is not just my album. Like yes, my name is on it, but like gosh, Jake contributed to so much of the sound. It's just incredible.
So was he like producing, mixing, like did he do it all or did you I guess do a lot of it as well too? Like what did you two bounce
Yeah.
off of and everything?
So I think the way that we usually write is I'll write a song fully, like acoustic guitar,
Hmm.
or at least like come to him with a hook or something. And I'll sing it to him like live. I'll sing it like right in front of him. and I'll be like, I want to make this a song. And he's like, okay, let's cook. And then he'll produce. So he's my producer. And we'll go back and forth, and maybe sometimes he'll change the chords, and maybe sometimes he'll change the structure, or he'll say, you should sing this part soft, so it's like more emotional. Like he's really just like creative directing the whole song, honestly. Like with Biketoberfest, I remember I brought that to him and it was this really slow, just like da 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 da. Like it was so not how it sounds now. Like he could totally is like almost like flipping houses. You know what that is? Where they like buy an old house and they like fix it up. That's how I feel with some of the songs. I'm like, oh, he's like house flipped my songs. These are awesome. Yeah. So then and we sent it off to mixing and mastering. So it's been great to like just like be part of the creative process together. And there's like no, like I don't have to give him mix notes or anything. Because like mix notes can get long and then you feel bad and you're like, I'm sorry, I just gave you like 50 mix notes. Like it's been great to just have him as like creative consultant, basically.
I love that. That's also a new thing. I've never heard of anyone say, "Oh, let me house flip a song." Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah. I just thought of that off dome.
Hey, new term. Let's go. Sick. You gotta make a term out of that now, Neff. Like, you gotta
Yeah.
copyright it and be
Urban
like, yeah,
Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. You gotta think of a term or something quick before someone takes something.
That's so funny.
Right? So why the name Nap?
Oh, it's the worst story ever.
Come on.
People always ask like, "Oh, what does it mean? Like, is it there's like this anime character whose name is Nep, or they're like, does it mean like Nepo baby is also a really common one, which like, no, for the record, my parents are computer science majors. They don't know anything about the music industry. So, I mean, my dad loves music, but like they're not part of the industry.
Damn.
Um, setting the record straight. Um, but I actually just like watched a lot of gaming videos when I was younger. Like I loved YouTube. I'm a big YouTube head. So I watched a lot of CS:GO, and one of my favorite gamers was named Nep, and I was like, that's a
Oh.
cool name. I don't know where she got it, but I loved her name, and I was like, maybe that would work as a music name because I was trying out so many names back when I first started, and it was just bad. Like there were some bad
Mm.
ones before I got to Nep, and then Nep just stuck, so I took it.
What were some of the bad ones that you were going through?
Oh, they were so bad. Yeah. So my username on Instagram right now is Snotty Nep, and people are always like, "Why is that?" It's like, "Why?" Because my old like username was Bloody Nose Boy. I don't know why. I was a SoundCloud like musician for a while, so I was just trying to like get something out there and Bloody Nose Boy. And then I changed it to when I changed my name to Nep, I was like, ooh, Bloody Nep? And then I was like, no, like that sounds bad. So then I changed it to Snotty Nep because I used to get nosebleeds all the time because I'd get sick all the time. So snot, kind of gets hand in hand. Hence the tonsils coming out. I got my tonsils out. Everything comes full circle in my world.
It just does. It just works out. I guess it was a lot of SoundCloud names, and then boom, you're just like, okay, now we're Nep.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. I know there was a lot, but I really only remember Bloody Nose Boy.
Hey, don't worry. I get bloody noses as well too. Like
Yeah.
every single time I guess this season's change, I just get at least a bloody nose.
It
It's weird.
hurts. It hurts so it's like dry or something. I don't know. We can't handle it. You're just like me for real.
It just sucks, and it's like 10 to 20 minutes. I'm like, guys, I just wanted to be done, and I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
It just sucks. You feel like you're dying. Like I had a bad one when I was a kid, and I think I pulled out a blood sac or something. I thought it was
Oh
like
my God.
literally thought I was literally dying, and my mom's like, "No, you're good. It's just
Yeah. And it feels
something
weird.
happened."
Like, no, stop.
Right? Uh, so you
That's so
just
funny.
dropped a new song, Florida
Mhm.
Girl.
Yes.
What was the process like for making that song though?
Oh yeah. So Florida Girl. Man, that song has seen itself through the days. It started as like a totally different song, and something I do a lot is like, oh man, I'll go through my notes and I'll just pick an old song and I'll be like, I need chords. I can't think of any unique chords right now. I'll just rip the chords from my own song, and that's not out, and then write a whole new song. So I did that with Florida Girl, and I took those chords and I was like, okay, what do I want to write a song about? And at the time, I was writing through the album and just writing a lot about kind of feeling at odds with being from Florida, and I was in Miami for school and I was just kind of feeling like, oh man, like I feel crazy, like I feel like everybody hates me, like I am pretty dramatic, And I don't know, like just kind of that whole feeling of like, man, is am I the issue? Like, am I the problem? And a lot of the songs on the album are about like shame and guilt and like not feeling great about certain stuff that has happened in my life and having to live with that kind of thing. But Florida Girl's the closer on the album, and I kind of was just like, I don't know, I really want to write a song that is less critical of myself than this because I feel like sometimes, I don't know, I feel like sometimes it is kind of fun to just be like, well, everybody's crazy. So everybody did weird shit in college. But that being said, like, it's definitely just me taking all of that guilt out of myself for a second and being like, well, I'm a fucking bitch. Like, what can I say?
Were you a theater kid?
I wasn't actually. I
What?
wish I was. I wish I was. I was so shy in high school. I really like did not speak. I always wanted to join theater, but I didn't really have many friends and I didn't feel super at home here, so
Hmm.
I didn't talk in most of my classes. I this whole personality really came out of me at college.
Dang, what happened? What switched during college? Like,
I found people that like I connected with, I guess. I mean, I went to school for engineering, but I was also part of a music school and like I had never met so many people that are like me in my life. They were all just so motivated and wanted to do so many things. Like, I don't know, in my town it's very normal to like just want to live here for the rest of your life. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But when you're the one of the only ones that doesn't really feel like that, it is kind of
hmm.
weird and like you almost feel like kind of guilty and like I don't know, is something wrong with me for not wanting like a normal job? Like, and that's why I went to school for engineering was like I couldn't even fathom like ever being a musician who gets to choose where I go for tours and like see more of the world because of my job. So then going to school, I feel like I felt it within like the first week at college. I remember I showed up in like really boring like normal clothes because I was like, okay, I just need to like really get a clean slate and like really just come out of my shell. And then like within a week, I was like, what? I was like, I love it here. I just feel so, I just really came into my style and I was wearing so many different colors back then. Like, I don't know. I just felt like so myself at that school. It was really a great experience.
Nice. That's great. Now you have like a little friends and everything to
Now I
hang
have
out with the
friends.
people.
Yes.
That's
It's
cool.
awesome.
I love that. I didn't have that in college. I went to like a community college. I went radio
Hmm.
school and everything. So it's like very
Cool.
little and everything, but also same thing here. Like everyone wants to get out of the city, but no one can because it's like
Yeah.
right now financially everywhere in the world it's just terrible right now. You can't
Right.
really go anywhere.
No,
We
yeah,
love we
exactly.
love it. We love Canada. I'm in Canada, so it's great.
Wait, you're in Canada?
Yeah, I'm in Canada.
Where in Canada are you?
Winnipeg.
Oh, cool. I half of my family's from Canada. They're from like Ottawa.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I
Sick.
know Canada. That's awesome.
Nice. Ottawa's an interesting one. I've heard from
Yeah.
people.
It's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Ottawa.
Ottawa.
So how's the fans liking the new single?
I think pretty good. I definitely will say like I think I would be having a little bit of an easier time promoting stuff if I was still making music that sounded like the old stuff, which is totally, I think, fine and natural. Like I also love like folk music and
Hmm.
the stuff is very different from say like one of my old songs like Milktown that's so quirky and like scratches your brain kind of thing. But I tried to carry as much of that over to like this new kind of music I'm making. Um, because I don't know. I think there's always like people that will listen to my old music, and I think there's always gonna be people that will listen to my new music. And I
Yeah.
think I've kind of had to come to terms with that. I'm like, oh shit, did I make the wrong decision? Like, I really like the new music, but should I just make what people want? Like, should I just make this thing that I know I can do? And it's like, no, I can always go back to making that kind of stuff. Like, I'd rather have tried and failed than have not tried at all.
Yeah. You gotta try some new things. Like fans, I think everyone for musicians know this for fans and like the artists that they like, they gotta try new stuff. They gotta
Yeah,
enjoy the new stuff. And also if they want to go back they could.
yeah,
And then they have that they have that
totally.
catalog basically.
No, yeah, totally. I always just think of like how many artists have done that before, and I'm like, okay, maybe like I'm fine. Maybe this isn't that
Yeah.
serious. Like it's okay.
So going back to the new record, you have it coming out on October 24th.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's your first
Woo!
debut.
Yes, I'm so excited.
How long did the record take to like make it in full for you?
In full. Okay, let me think. I think we started working on it. I think of everything in semesters still because I was at college for so long. I think we started working on it the start of our senior year. So,
Mm,
um, probably took about a full year to finish
wow.
because I mean, we were still at school, and then I also like took a full break off of social media because I really needed to pass school. I really needed to graduate. So there was just like a lot going on. I think we could have sat down and powered it out, but it also is like so special that most of this record was made in a room in Jake's house in Miami,
Hmm.
and it's like there's a cat meow in it. There's like I don't know. I feel like something so special about home studios still, and that is how I got my start in music, and it meant so much to me to be able to do a lot of that stuff still.
Yeah,
And even though it took longer, like oh, it's like our little child. I feel so proud of our album.
I love that. Cool. So when did you graduate school?
I graduated in May, I think, May or June.
Oh, so you're like
I'm fresh.
fresh out of
Yeah.
school. Okay, so okay, now I'm curious. Are you gonna go into like so you went into school for music, right? And also engineering as well too.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you got 2 degrees?
No, so it's like 1 degree, but it's this weird program where it's like sound engineering, like music engineering. So
Mm-hmm.
your minor is in like I have a minor in computer science.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how I freaking got that. I mean, I passed a bunch of classes to get it, but nobody let me code. It's so bad. Um, but yeah, so the way that our program worked was like we were doing academic classes, like engineering classes, calculus, like all of the foundations for engineering. And then also we would like go sing. Well, I was the singer, so I would go sing in like ensemble right after that. Like I'd
Wow.
run from my Calc 2 class to go sing Ariana Grande. Like it was very interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have 1 degree, but it's a very unique one
Yeah.
that has been made there. And yeah, I really loved the program. It was such a unique experience that I got to do both of those things and kind of just like decide along the way which way I was going to kind of lean. There's so many things you can do with
Hmm.
sound engineering and with being a singer, so
Yeah.
who knows what I'll do in the future.
Cool. I did not know that's
Thank
a
you.
thing. That's
Yeah.
neat that they have that down in the
Very
States.
weird. Yeah, no, I very thank you to my advisor, Dr. Bennett. Thank you so much. He really helped me through 4 years, so I appreciate it. He's running a great program.
I love that. So do you want to pursue like music full time now, Nep? Or are you just like, I want to casually get into this?
I'm definitely going full speed ahead or whatever
Okay.
the saying is right now. I think in the future I would love to use my degree for something because when I came into college, that was all I wanted to do. I didn't
Mm,
even fathom like being a musician could be possible. So I think I kind of lost that part of myself for the last 2 years of school when I just started to get stressed with everything. And I
yeah.
would love to kind of find like that passion that I had for engineering back then, when me and Jake
Hmm.
met at orientation and we were both like little nerds, like asking all the questions and like that's why we became best friends. Like I really do miss that part of myself sometimes.
Cool. So you made the record during college and everything, or near
Yes.
the end of college. What was the easiest
Yes.
and hardest song to write on the record?
Ooh, great question. Okay, I would say easiest song to write. I think it was. Oh man, this is great. I'm thinking of the track list in my head. Hold on, I'm doing like a little
Yeah.
visual. Beep, 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 beep. Easiest song to write was probably the soundtrack. That's the second track on the record, and it all just kind of like flowed out of me. I feel like
Hmm.
originally wrote the intro after seeing. Oh man, can I give some lore?
Totally.
I feel like that'd be fun. So the intro is like I saw you in a movie, and it like keeps going like that for a while. And I wrote this song about somebody that I had blocked for like 3 years of my life. And I opened my phone one morning and somebody that I really admired, like who was super famous, had posted like a video with this person I had blocked. So I saw them for the first time in so long. And that person was my ex-boyfriend. But it was so interesting because I was like this is so weird. I haven't had to experience this feeling in so long. And then I kind of started to write more based off of that. And I think this all happened in one night. And then I was like, oh man, I've written so many songs about this guy. Like, I don't really want to write songs about him anymore. So I ended up turning it into this kind of like idolization song about honestly MCR. Like, it turned into like this whole like, wow, I love MCR. I love MCR so much. And it kind of just was a really fun way to take it a little less seriously, where I'm not like I don't know. I feel like if I'm constantly writing songs about how much something hurt me, like I can kind of get in my own head about that kind of stuff. Like, oh man, like I'm gonna be hurt about this forever. And to be able to be like, okay, this sucked, but also I love MCR. I love MCR. Like it just it worked out so well. And that's honestly one of my favorite songs on the record because I'd never done that before. Like I've never written a song about two things before. So it was really cool. And I wonder what people are gonna think of it and what it's about, but we'll see. Um Very weird lore drop, but yeah,
I love that. It's so random. It's a
it's very random. Thank you.
sick.
Um, and then yeah, maybe the so that was the easiest song to write,
Mhm.
and the hardest song to write, I think, is probably the title track, Noel. I really like I didn't know what direction I wanted to take it in. I had the hook, but after that, like I kind of just it's the most serious song on the album, and I didn't really know how much of like my life I wanted to to bear to the public in this song. So I was kind of just always like deleting stuff and then putting it back, and it was one of the last songs we ended up recording, and I think I was still changing lyrics like even right when we were recording the strings for it and everything. So yeah, that song definitely took a while.
Okay. Cool. Okay. 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 Are there any new themes or experiences you explored on this record that you haven't in previous music that you're like you're great to finally touch on?
Um, yeah, I totally think so. I think none of my old music, kind of like we talked about before, like none of
Yeah.
my old music really touches on me doing things that I regret. Like it's all about like you did this or like I'm upset at you for this. And I think in this album I really kind of talk a lot about not being perfect and coming to the end of college and being like, okay, maybe being like a bad person for some of college like was not great. Like maybe I don't feel great about that, which is why like explaining Florida Girl is so hard for me is because like I don't actually feel like like being super crazy is like and rowdy is like a great thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it is I don't know, it is something that I think about pretty much every day is like,
Mm.
okay, how can I just like I have to live with these things. I have to live with like hurting people and you know, it's a part of me, whether I like it or not. So, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to, you know, share that, yes, I'm not perfect. And yes, some people might call me crazy and a bitch, but I can't change the things I've done. I can only like grow from them, that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. It's part of life. You got to deal with the consequences of life.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, when it comes to having writer's block or lack of inspiration, how
Hmm.
did you find that spark of creativity again? Did you have that a lot with writing with this record a lot or no?
Yeah, I think so. The way that I write is just kind of like in bursts anyways. So
Mm-hmm.
I think if I'm too hard on myself, it really just shuts everything down creatively, like if I get frustrated about that. So working with Jake really helps because and my like indie team because nobody is like forcing me to have a deadline. I think if I had a deadline, like I actually would never write anything. Um, a lot of stuff got pushed back with this album. Like it just is really nice to have such a accommodating team, especially because I used to get sick so much and yeah, I think naturally like anytime I would write songs, like it would just come out in bursts of like three or four songs, and then I wouldn't write for like 2 months, and then I would write some more songs, and
Hmm.
I'm really surprised it all turned out so cohesive. I feel like because you would think when you do that, like your mind is on so many different things, but no, I think about the same things all the time for a year. So I think that kind of shows.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a favorite song on the record? Like your personal favorite?
I totally do. Yes, Scar is my favorite song on the record. I'll go on record saying that. It's just like it's definitely the most rocky out of them all. And I love songs with lots of words. Maybe I love it because it feels kind of like Nep's storybook at the beginning in a way, because I'm just saying stuff to say stuff. It was one of the most fun to write. It was one of the most fun to produce with Jake. And yeah, the breakdown at the end is probably my most favorite piece of music that we've ever written. So
We got a breakdown?
yes.
Oh. See, I'm a rock and metal fan, so if you got a
Yes.
breakdown,
I hope it's up to your standards. Yes.
oh no. There's standards here, Nep. Oh no. How much are we talking here about a breakdown?
So the song is like I would say just like all right, like it's like pretty like twangy at the beginning and like little electric guitars, but then at the end like it really is like doo, 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 pss, doo. It's all Jake. He did it at like 2 a.m. one day and he texted me like I need to show you something tomorrow. Like trust me. And I was like, okay. And I came over
Okay.
and he showed it to me and I was like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. Like I never yeah, the record would not be the same without Jake, but I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it.
I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it. We'll see. We'll see. So you have a few upcoming shows in
Mhm.
November. Tell me about
Yes.
them.
Yes, we're playing in LA, in Boston, and New York, and I'm so excited. I've never played in Boston before, so I'm super stoked for that. And meeting people is like my favorite part of making music. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely something that just kind of I'm always looking for ways to just stay motivated because it is kind of like a lot of my job is just I'm sitting in my bed and posting and kind of writing song. Like it doesn't really feel like I'm doing much sometimes. So
Yeah.
seeing stuff like in person really helps. And actually talking to people and getting like feedback even like on that kind of stuff. Like I don't know, it all just really it'll motivate me for like the next year after these shows. Like I
Hmm.
guarantee it.
That's good. Have you performed before or no?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I have been on a couple opening like runs with like Brett Perez, MXM2 and Ricky Montgomery, and I did like the same kind of headline show kind of thing last summer. And it was amazing. It was so good. So I'm really excited to Oh man, it's like the craziest thing to have people know the words to your songs. So
Yeah.
I am not prepared for that again if that happens again.
No, that's like great. That's kind of cool to see. Like people are enjoying your music. You know, people are liking those kind of songs. It's just like
Yeah.
that is the feedback that you're getting, right?
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's so just amazing. I remember when Chicago was the first show we played headline ever, and I remember I came out and people were like screaming the words, and I'm a really emotional person. I think I immediately started crying. Like I just didn't know what to do.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just like, how do they like know this? How do they know? And it's because they listen to my music, but it's not really something that I don't think I even considered that like people would be singing the words back to me
Dang.
at that show before then.
You're probably starstruck and it's just like, whoa, I didn't expect
I,
this.
oh my gosh, it was so just amazing. It was so cool.
Nice. I love that. So what music have you been listening to lately though?
Oh, I'm always kind of listening to like my classic like soundtrack from when I was 12. Like a lot of Pierce the Veil, a lot of
Mm,
21 Pilots new album. I always keep up with all the lore and all of that. But like small artist wise,
mm-hmm,
I've been listening to a lot of like stuff with intricate guitar. I feel like I would love to make music like that someday, like May Simones, Lil
mm-hmm.
Paquin, John Rosborough. They're all kind of in that like just realm that I am so amazed by their songwriting and just stuff that kind of makes me feel like I'm listening to someone like one of the amazing guitarists like at music school who just like picks up the guitar and they're like "Doo-doo-doo," and they're like okay and then it's like
Okay.
oh wow that's so cool it's just it's so fun to see like super skilled musicians like in kind of this more like artistic scene. Like I really
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So I've been listening to a lot of their new projects. Will Pickman's album Ha 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 and May Simona's project Anumaru. It's very good.
Whoa. What concerts have you been to lately?
Oh, the last concert I saw was MCR. Sorry, they're coming up a lot. But I saw
Okay.
them twice in LA. I was feeling crazy.
You lucky bugger. That's
Yeah,
what
I was
I'm
really lucky.
saying.
It was
Dang.
amazing. I cried the whole time.
Oh my goodness. Okay. If you could have your listeners and fans remember one thing about yourself, what would you want them to remember you by? Nep.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I think hopefully hopefully I don't know, just that it's like it's a great thing to be emotional. I feel like
Hmm.
a lot of the new record is me talking about how dramatic I am and just how I don't even know how to handle my own emotions sometimes. Like I'll just start crying out of nowhere or at an
Hmm.
MCR concert for the whole time. Like and maybe that's a great thing. I feel like that's something a lot of people don't ever connect with at a point in their life. And
Hmm.
I'm really lucky to be so freaking emotional about everything. It feels great. So I think that's a good thing. Like let yourself feel.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't now, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you gotta feel it to get through it.
Quote of the day. There you
Yep.
go. That's a good quote of the day. I like that. If you could talk to yourself from a year from now, what would you like to tell yourself?
Oh, a year from now. So like in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, like right now, like this exact moment for you right now, yeah, 5:42 p.m. a year from now.
I would say hi. I would say hey. I hope that you're playing live more because I know that you want to do that. And I hope that you're still really like understanding how much stuff there's left for you to do in life. I feel like I get into those funks a lot, and a great reminder is like, wow, I literally have done like nothing. Like there's so much that I can do. I
Hmm.
there's always better goals to have, and yeah, I don't know. I hope this is still going. I hope I'm still making music.
Yeah, cool. Describe yourself with one word. What would it be?
Um, it would be I don't know, I don't want to say dramatic again, but I am pretty dramatic. I am passionate.
Passionate. Why passionate?
I'm passionate. Um, I feel like I've never really like been able to let go of this dream that I have
Hmm.
of just being a musician. Like I always say, like I never thought this was possible, and I didn't, but I also was making music that whole time, and I never
Yeah.
for a second considered stopping. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I really want this. I really love this. I love getting the opportunities that I have right now, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll stop anytime soon. I maybe I'll be a musician when I'm like really old and cute and wrinkly. I'll be playing my little guitar on my porch. That's the dream, honestly.
I love that. Okay. So tell the people what you got planned, Nep. Your, I guess, record release and everything. Just tell the people.
Yeah. So my debut album Noelle is out on October 24th, and I'm playing some release shows in November for that record. We'll be playing the old stuff too. And yeah, more touring dates to come. I didn't tell you that. You heard that like from someone else.
Come on, come on.
But yeah, more to come. I'm always making stuff, and thanks for being here for the journey.